This program is intended for mature audiences. Parental discretion is advised.
Not lock your knees. Hey, head up. Exercise. 1, 2, 3. 1. 1, 2, 3. 2. I can't hear. 3. 1, 2, 3. 4. 1, 2, 3. 5. 1, 2, 3. 6. 1, 2, 3. 7. 1, 2, 3. 8. 1, 2, 3. 9. 1, 2, 3. 10. 1, 2, 3. 11. 1, 2, 3. 12. 1, 2, 3. 13. 1, 2, 3. 14. Down, up, down. 15. Down, up, down. 16. 1, 2, 3. 17. 1, 2, 3. 18. 1, 2, 3. 19. 1, 2, 3. 20. Let's finish it up. Attention. Move. Next exercise, vertical toe touches, vertical toe touches. I want to see you open your toes. I want to see you slapping those tummies. Is that understood? Sir, yes, sir. Make good. Exercise. 1, 2, 3. 1. 1, 2, 3. 2. 1, 2, 3. 3. 1, 2, 3. 4. 1, 2, 3. 5. 1, 2, 3. 6. 1, 2, 3. 7. 1, 2, 3. 8. 1, 2, 3. 9. 1, 2, 3. 10. 1, 2, 3. 11. 1, 2, 3. 12. 13. 14. 1, 2, 3.
Come on with this goddamn door. God damn it. Who the hell designed this place? Be right back, chat. Guess what time it is? Just going to mute you. Okay. So we have an interview at 2:30. One oh eight's in service.
How's it going, sir?
Okay, didn't see you over there. How are you?
No worries. I have an interview today.
Okay, yeah. Master Trooper Thiessen advised me of that. If you'll just have a seat, he should be in shortly.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you.
You're welcome. 108 to 111. One oh eight, 111. Well, he should be. He just sent me a message that he has an interview at 2:30 and wanted me to be here to sit in with the interview. And you're right. He's not. He's not in game. Okay. Come on, Max. Let's go for a walk.
Oh, honey. I hate to say it, but I knew he was gonna cheat on your ass. Okay, you bring this on yourself and you know it, okay? Problem is, you just trust too
You
much.
better run faster than that. right back. Okay, sir, what is your name?
Larry Farva.
Larry Farmer.
Farva.
How do you spell that?
Farva.
Okay. All right, so here's the situation. Master Trooper Thiessen, who usually heads up the interviews, is apparently got on a train that's not running, and he's trying to get an alternate train to get in here. But he
Okay.
wants me. I'll start the interview without him. I usually sit in on the interviews. I'm Lieutenant Bunky, and
Nice to meet you.
it's my pleasure. We'll start the interview, and hopefully he'll get in here. If he doesn't, um, he can watch the interview on my body camera, and then we'll go from there.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so if you'll just follow me over here.
Sure.
Okay, you didn't bring any weapons in with you or hand grenades or anything like that, did you?
No, you can search me if you need to.
I'll just pat you down. Okay, all clear. Follow me. Okay, you can have a seat if you're more comfortable having a seat. Do you need any food or beverages?
I'm good for right now, thanks.
Okay, we have a lunchroom right next door, so if you need anything, let me know. During the questioning, if you feel like you need something to munch on or something to drink, feel free and be relaxed, and we'll get through this. There's 19 questions and a couple of scenarios, so if you need a break during that at any time, let me know. Okay.
Sounds good, thank you.
Okay. First thing, tell me about yourself. And during this, if you want to talk about out of character as well as in character, that's perfectly fine. But give me a little brief history of yourself.
All right, yeah, sure. I'm Larry Farva. I'm 30 years old. I've been in the state for about 3 weeks now. Really enjoying it. I look to be a law enforcement officer here for the SASP. Out of character, you can call me G-Man RBI. Um, I'm 28 years old. I'm currently in security, and I plan on going into law enforcement after that.
Okay. Have you RP'd as a cop in other communities? And if so, what was your rank and what did you think of your previous supervisors?
Yeah, so I did for several states. I was an LEO. I started as a sheriff, and I worked my way up to trooper. Where there was probably about 20 officers and deputies and only about four troopers. So they were kind of like among the elite, and I worked my way up, from the bottom. The only downside was that the server ended up closing due to the people running it. So I kind of jumped ship over this way. The higher ups I did enjoy. Those guys were great, but just like I said, unfortunately, the server closed down.
Okay. And when were you most satisfied of your job? And if you want to discuss that with the RP as a cop, that's great.
Yeah, sure. So probably um, the most satisfied was when there was no fail RP. We were a public server, so when people were actually role playing, that was awesome. Role playing the situations, even when they were hurt and EMS came. And also, I would say the camaraderie was strong among all of us. So it seems like that from here as well.
Yeah, we have a great bunch of guys that when all hell's break loose, we all push together. We have our differences sometimes when hell's not breaking loose, but that goes without saying. What did you least like about the job?
Um, Probably. Let me see. I guess like I said, when people did end up fail RPing certain situations, it kind of ruined the experience for everyone. That's more of an out of character say about that.
Okay, and you probably answered this in another way, but I'll ask you anyway since I'm going to go right down the list. Uh, why do you want to work for this industry?
Yeah, like I said, I want to be eventually a law enforcement officer. I also enjoy, helping people and trying to keep criminals off the street.
Describe for me a time when you did not get along with a coworker, and how did you resolve that situation?
A coworker. Um, well, I did have this deputy try to give me orders and talk down to me, like I was a cadet or something. So, and we were the same rank. So him and I did have a discussion on that, and if we didn't have to go to higher ups, him and I just talked like, listen, we're on the same rank. Like, you shouldn't be talking down to me. We're the same rank, but you can talk to me as you know, as another coworker and on the same level here. And he understood and he realized that he was jumping out of line a little bit.
Okay, can you explain the difference between the spirit of the law and the letter of the law?
The letter of the law.
Yes.
I think the spirit would be like how an individual officer would handle a certain situation, and letter of the law is like more so following the law from the book.
Yeah, and that's pretty much it. Basically, the letter of the law is how it's written by the state senators and whatnot. And the spirit of the law is how we read that law and how we use our discretion, which is usually part of another law that we all have officers' discretion, and how, we deem necessary. Like, not everybody that's speeding needs to get a ticket. If you can warn them and educate them, that solves the problem a lot of times. So that's basically the
Yeah,
spirit of the law.
yeah, just getting pulled over, they kind of get shaken up.
Yeah, that's why they make police cars black and white so that we become a deterrent and prevent crimes as opposed to waiting for somebody to commit crimes. What what is a major accomplishment that you have achieved as a team member as a law enforcement officer?
I would say probably successfully securing a hostage in a bank robbery situation. Making sure that hostage was safe, and working with or trying the best of your ability to work with the robbers. Unfortunately, they didn't make it out, but we did secure the hostage, which was our top priority.
If you were directed by a supervisor to make an unlawful arrest, how would you handle that situation?
Unlawful arrest. I probably pull him aside and try to understand where he's coming from, and maybe go up a rank or two above him and figure out his reasoning behind an unlawfully arrest. Once you get sworn in, it's your duty to make sure you live up to the law and the people around you. So if he yells at me for something, I mean, so be it. But in my eyes, if it's unlawful, I mean, there's nothing we can do about it.
Yeah, and that's exactly right. At the end of the day, it's your name that's at the bottom of that arrest record, and you're the one that has to explain, and they're not going to take, well, he told me so as an answer. So, very good answer on that. If
Thank you.
someone was promoted that was hired after you, how would you feel about that?
Well, I wouldn't be upset. I would tell myself that I need to work harder and see if I can possibly go to command and figure out what I need to do in order to improve on.
Okay, very good. And in San Andreas State Police, we have some specialty units, such as canine, motor, uh, marine, uh, air units, canine. We also have internal affairs, which I supervise, and MCU. Those are something that you don't volunteer for, but if you do have an interest in that and you show an interest, that you could be selected to go in that. But out of those, is there anything that you'd be interested in?
What's the MCU, the Major Crimes Unit?
Yeah, major crimes unit. That's correct.
Is that kind of like SWAT?
No, but I failed to mention we do have SWAT, and major crime units is sort of like our detective agency. They go undercover and investigate gangs and
Oh, okay,
major crimes.
that's cool. Well, I would probably say the MCU then. SWAT, motor, and canine. That all sounds good to me.
Okay. And just speaking on that, patrol comes first. Everybody that's in those units is also into patrol. So you would be on patrol, and if they activate SWAT, then you would be pulled off of patrol and go and meet with the other SWAT members. What would you
Definitely.
say is your greatest weakness as a person?
I would say the fear of failure. I don't like failing. I'm sure no one does.
Okay, and with that said, what is your greatest failure and what did you learn from it?
I would probably say like letting my guard down, um, making sure I'm always situationally aware because the moment you let your guard down, people will take advantage of that.
Okay, and what is it that motivates you?
I would say the drive to be a better person each and every day, waking up and trying to be the better person you were yesterday.
Okay, and how do you handle conflict?
I think I handle it well. I try to remain calm under pressure as best as I can, and de-escalate situations when needed.
Okay, I'm getting messages here from Master Trooper Teeson. I'm not sure whether he's getting back in or not, but we'll continue on.
Okay.
Um, how would your friends describe you?
I would say loyal, trustworthy, uh, someone they could look up to, more of like a role model in the group, like a father figure.
Okay, and why should we hire you on the state police here?
Well, like I said before, I have previous experience in law enforcement as a trooper for other states. I was actually SWAT trained and in the aerial division as well. Um, but I don't mind, being trained again with what this state does. I also know the Miranda rights and some of the 10 codes as well.
Okay, we don't use 10 codes in the state here. We do everything plain speech, which makes it easier because of the fact that we have a lot of people from different jurisdictions and different places use different 10 codes, and it becomes very confusing. So,
Yeah.
command has made the decision not to use them at all. What do you think is the most important trait for a law enforcement officer to have?
I would say probably integrity, like how they are as a person and what they do, and no one else is watching them. I think that's one of the most important things.
Okay, good. All right, the next couple questions are going to be scenario based. So now is the time if you'd like to have a drink or a break or something like that before we go into it. If not, we can move right along. But there's like four more questions.
All right, yeah, we can just knock it out if that's fine with you.
It's okay with me. Okay, so you were assigned to a zone in the county, and a pursuit happens in the city with 3 units already responding from the metro area. What would you do in that situation?
I would probably stay put in my current location and continue doing whatever I was doing, and then um, I would just listen to the radio for call outs, and if they ended up needing me, I would get my butt over there as quickly as I can.
Okay, it doesn't get better than that as an answer. Okay, if you're off duty and you're out with your friends in a crowded bar and a robber comes in with a gun, how do you react?
Well, I would try to remain calm and then find the right moment to possibly take down the robber if needed, and try to, call 911 as quickly as possible and make sure, the people around me get out safe as well.
Okay, you're patrolling in the city and the Polito Bank gets robbed and or the robbery in progress. And I do not like this question. And one or two, hold on a second, I don't even get the question here. Wait a minute.
No problem.
Patrolling in the city and Polito Bank gets robbed in progress with only one or two county responding. All right, it looks like I don't even have a right question here because I don't know where they're going with this. So I'm going to just skip this question. It's not that really important at this point.
Okay.
All right, you respond to an armed robbery at a convenience store with a partner. You get into a shootout. As the suspect starts to run on foot, you notice that your partner is critically wounded. What do you do?
Well, that's never good, but I would make sure that the area is code 4. I would tend as best as I could to my partner to try to save his life, and then radio over for EMS, and then set out a bolo on the individual if I ended up getting a description of them.
Okay, very good. So I believe Master Trooper Thiessen is uh, observing this through my body camera. Um, Normally at this time we would go out and have a conversation, but I'm gonna, if he's there, I'll get what his input is, and if not, then we'll go to another way of doing this.
Okay. Do you want me to step out, or is
No, no, you can stay right there.
okay?
You there, Jesse? Yeah, I'm not getting a response. I don't see any reason why we would not put you through. Do you know what an at will contract is?
I'm not too familiar with that now.
Okay, so what an at will contract is that we're going to give you a conditional um, chance to be a trooper. And what that means is that you could be, we're going to bring you on as a cadet. You'll have a right to go to the academy. Um, and you can be terminated at any time with or without cause during that at will contract. And that at will contract will continue through your cadet phase, and then it will go into your probationary phase while you'll be through FTO, and then you'll be a ride along. And then when they determine that you are ready to go to being a full-fledged trooper, then that at-will contract will be terminated, and then you'll be a full-fledged trooper. And at that point, if they was to go for any type of disciplinary action or termination, they would have to bring you before the board to do that. You understand that?
Yeah,
Okay, so with that, I don't see any reason why we wouldn't offer you that position of the at will contract if you're willing to accept it.
definitely. No, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Okay, so your number is going to be your cadet number is going to be 915, and I'm going to assume he is answering me, and I guess that he has his vote of confidence. I'm going to assume that he's going to set it up so that you'll have the access, and then I will give you the access to the study material. So let me make sure that that's going to happen.
Okay, great. You said 9:15, right?
Yeah, 915.
Okay.
Jesse, I don't know what you need.
Okay, yeah, it looks like I just
Okay. All
got
right.
something in my head here from him, actually.
All right. Yep. And he just confirmed that. So I'm going to add you on. Hold on. Okay. And what's your name on here?
Larry Farva.
Yeah. Your other name.
Oh, my spirit name, it's G-Man RBI.
Okay. Have you accepted that?
I did not yet. Do you want me to get and do that?
Yeah. That's why I can't see it.
Okay, 1 second.
There we go. Yeah, this is a first. We've never done this by proxy like this before. So, okay, you should have the access now to all the documentation stuff that you'll need. If you look under documents, you're going to see our handbook, and you're going to see the should be the SOPs. You need to study those, read them, and study them because that's going to be a major part of the police academy. Which there's no date yet. Um, for the academy, it'll be announced and you'll be advised when that academy is. It's usually a Saturday and a Sunday. And I'm sure that I'm probably forgetting some of the information that Master Trooper Thiessen usually goes through, but if there is, I'll have him contact you and give you whatever I missed.
All right, awesome. Yeah, that's not a problem at all.
Okay, so with that, congratulations on joining the team. You should have everything that you need. Make sure you do study that material because it will be when you go to the academy, they will know whether you studied it or not.
I'm sure I definitely will.
All right, so with that, I'll escort you out. And like I said, if there's anything that Master Trooper Thiessen needs of you, I'll have him contact you.
All right, awesome. I appreciate that, Trooper Bunky. Thank you.
No problem. All righty. Okay,
Have a good one now.
yeah, if you have any other questions, just feel free to stop in any time.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
All right, and good luck.
Yep.
All right, now let me try to clean up my mess here. All right, you okay with all that, Jesse? Everything cool? And do you have any more things scheduled? Because I'm going to pop one out of here for a little bit longer. But I heard somebody at the front door before I go. Nope, I guess they gave up. Okay. All right, chat. I'm going to jump out of here and work on this stream and stuff a little bit. So I just popped in to handle this interview, and I will be back later on.
Today, the recruits are getting ready for a major inspection. They're helping each other, they're checking each other.